شوف شوف شوف. لا والله حربية، طيارة حربية. طيارة حربية. شوف 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 شوف.
Yeah, a terrifying scene caught on camera overnight. A U.S. fighter jet spinning out of control in the sky above Kuwait. A Central Command confirms 3 F-15 Strike Eagles were shot down in a friendly fire incident during the intense Iranian barrage. The F-15E is a two-seater, so there were 6 crew members in all. Kuwaiti air defenses reportedly mistook the American jets for an enemy target during the chaos of incoming missiles and drones. All 6 crew members ejected safely and are considered to be in stable condition.
Eyewitness News reporter Tim Caputo has been tracking the developments on Operation Epic Fury all morning long.
He joins us live from the newsroom with what we're learning. Tim.
Good morning, guys. A close call with those fighter jets, but the Department of Defense just confirmed that a 4th U.S. service member was killed over the weekend. This was all from that initial retaliatory strikes from Iran that happened on Saturday morning. 4 others were injured in those strikes. And just moments ago, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth called the campaign against Iran the most lethal, the most complex, and the most precise aerial operation in U.S. history, while also describing Iran's response as indiscriminate and cowardly. And there is part of it this morning. Air defense systems in neighboring countries like Qatar have been seen intercepting more retaliatory rockets fired from Iran. But the 48-hour onslaught from the U.S. and Israel has severely limited Iran's response. This joint attack, which started Saturday morning, has hit more than 1,000 targets, with Israel claiming roughly half of Iran's ballistic missile launchers have been now destroyed. More than 500 Iranians have been killed, this according to an Iranian humanitarian organization. The offensive taking aim at taking out dozens of members of Iran's senior leadership, not just their supreme leader, who was in fact killed the first day of the attack. Hegseth saying this is not a regime change war, but there will be a change in regime in Iran, adding this is a good thing for the rest of the world. Iran, of course, has fired back. At least 9 people were killed when Iranian missiles hit Israelis in a synagogue. And in Kuwait, those 4 American service members were killed who were reportedly part of a unit overseeing supplies and logistics there. And minutes ago, the defense secretary outlined the explanation and the justification, saying Iran's crazy regime was hell-bent on having nuclear weapons, and the U.S. couldn't just sit back and allow that to happen.
The mission of Operation Epic Fury is laser-focused. Destroy Iranian offensive missiles, destroy Iranian missile production, destroy their navy and other security infrastructure, and they will never have nuclear weapons. We're hitting them surgically, overwhelmingly, and unapologetically. With every passing day, our capabilities get stronger and Iran's get weaker. We set the terms of this war, from start to finish.
We also know from this morning's press conference that more U.S. troops will be sent to the region. Hegseth also said that the U.S. is not engaged in nation building in Iran. He says that these strikes have a clear mission and does not plan on having an endless war there. Last night, though, the president did say the U.S. and Israel offensive would last about 4 to 5 weeks. Hegseth actually walked back that timeline a little bit this morning, saying simply it'll just take as long as necessary. Live in the newsroom, Tim Caputo, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay.